Welcome to the Truth Factory, where we are a combination of the news, TMZ, and that weird guy from Ancient Aliens. Also, for no reason at all, I'm a cat now, and I can't keep my paws off this Seth Rich story. I'm obsessed with it because it just keeps getting more and more interesting. Let's talk about this woman, Jennifer Palmieri. She was Hillary Clinton's communication director during the 2016 election. Basically, she is the one who decides how things should be worded in the press. For example, we know that the wording in the media is so heavily manipulated, and we can see which companies are owned by the same people. Here's an example of articles written about Seth Rich, and you can see they're all using the word slain. That is not a coincidence. That is how the media is manipulated by people like Jennifer Palmieri. In some leaked emails to Jump at Esther, she ironically talks about their anti-gun violence narrative. In this email here, she's talking about a mass shooting in Kansas. She says, given the mass shooting in Kansas, 4 dead, 20 injured and counting, should we hold off on this? She's talking about an ad. Or should we make it a voting issue? So instead of being an empathetic human being, you can see she's a sociopath trying to use the death of people for her political agenda. So if they were going to kill Seth Rich and Jennifer knew about this, they might as well take advantage of that and use it as well. Make it sound like a robbery that involved one of their own that was killed by gun violence to further that narrative. There are a lot of interesting theories about Jennifer and her connection to the SEIU union, but until I know more details, I don't want to speculate too much on that. But here's a great tweet from Palmieri. Friends, please remember, if you see a whopper of a WikiLeaks in the next 2 days, it's probably a fake. This was back in November. So we know that the WikiLeaks was true. This is proof that she's a liar. We know she's a sociopath, and we know that they used Seth Rich's death in Hillary's speech for their own political agenda. I would not be surprised if Jennifer knew about the hit out on Seth Rich from the beginning here. It's just a little strange.
A young man, Seth Rich, who worked for the Democratic National Committee to expand voting rights, was shot and killed in his neighborhood in Washington.
Also, this picture started circulating around the internet, and before we blow it off as being not connected, when you look at the police report with this location of the shooting, we can bring that into Google Maps. The picture in Google Maps was taken in 2014, and the shooting happened about 2 years after that, and those trees look like they've matured about 2 years. You can also note the matching one-way sign here, and the colors on this sign match up. So unless there's been any other emergencies of this nature on this exact corner within this time frame, I'm going to say that this picture was taken during the Seth Rich murder. So who took this picture, and are there any more? Where is the footage from the body cams? If Seth Rich was actually talkative when they found him, as many people have reported, did he say anything about what happened to him? Also, I just want to quickly touch on this weird video of Seth Rich's family.
He had bruising on his face.
You can see here the father is actually mouthing the words that the mother is saying, so this shows that there's some kind of cue cards that they're reading from. The brother also looks extremely uncomfortable in this video, biting his lip to either not laugh or cry. It's hard to tell, but Seth's brother Aaron did update their GoFundMe, and it actually says, "Experience has taught us that we need help. And we need help that is free from ulterior motives or any strings attached. That's why, with a heavy heart, I have started this fund." Sounds like they want the hell away from their DNC Shield spokesman, Brad Bauman. People are definitely using Seth Rich's family for their own political agenda. I feel bad for them. I really hope that Kim.com can uncover something that helps them find the murderer. Anyway, Sean Hannity has been saying some pretty awesome things on Twitter to some Hillary supporting snowflakes. I suggest that you follow Sean Hannity on Twitter. It's quite entertaining, and Kim.com is going to release a statement, and Hannity must know it's legit to put his name on the line like this. This is an incredible time in history. I really hope that this all follows through. It'll be interesting what happens when Trump gets back from his trip, if he has any comment on this at all. And also in my last video, I talked about Lou City bar manager Joe Capone, aka aka the last person to see Seth Rich alive. He was actually on vacation at the time of Seth Rich's murder. So if he was told to lie about where Seth was that night, how do we know Seth was even at the bar at all? Since his timeline walking home doesn't make sense, I'm suspicious of everything now. I mean, he was shot near his house early in the morning. How do we know that whoever was going to give a hit on him didn't try to drag him out of his house down the street and shove him into a van? That would explain the bruising on him, and when he fights back, they just shoot him in the back. Also, Joe Capone was in this weird Democratic ad campaign for some reason. It's probably random, but it's too weird to ignore. And that's what we know so far, so please like and follow for more cat news in the future, and have a great day. Thank you.